Hello everyone, I just wanted to take a moment and show off something and explain something that certain people might not know. In fact, I just recently discovered relating to the display settings of the 360 and certain games in particular, how that affects certain games in particular, specifically this one. For those who do not know, I've been streaming this game for quite a bit over the past year because I am a speedrunner of this game. In this time, I've struggled with one, reading quite a bit of the text, which I'll show off in a second, but also having to make really awkward layouts that I could not. I tried my best to fit everything I could in. I got a horn. Okay. Anyways, you may think that the text looks normal right now, but if you go into the statistics, you can see this isn't how you read. This isn't normal text. Like, I can barely read this on my TV, and I'm looking and recording right now, and I can barely see what's going on. So that's one issue that's been caused by the awkward resolution, and that was supposed to be fixed in the patch, and I thought that they just messed up. Unfortunately, that the problem is, one thing I discovered was that this whole time I never actually 100%ed the game. Like, if you look carefully, you can see that some of these markers aren't 100%, but I never noticed until I really looked into it and squinted my eyes. So I thought that the developers were just lazy, because why else would the screen text be so small even after they patched it? Well, it turns out that it isn't just the developer's fault. Well, it is the people who made its fault, but turns out I could have solved this problem all along, and I never knew. So let's look at my console settings. I got display. It says I got the normal screen setting. I currently set to normal. Because why would I have it at widescreen? Because I've been playing as a CRT. So why would I be playing at widescreen? Like, look at this. This looks really weird, right? Well, here's the thing I noticed about this game. Notice anything different from how it was before? Yeah, so it turns out that these settings are reversed when it comes to certain games because of some weird programming bug, meaning that games that will normally display in widescreen in full normal mode will display in full screen in widescreen mode. Why? Why? Don't know. It's just programmers just screwed up somewhere. Because as you can notice, it's much more legible. I mean, okay, it's slightly hard to read. Like, I do still have to zoom in a little. It might be just the way my chords are, but the ratio is less awkward, so that means the layout is a lot easier to make. The text is a lot easier to read. Sorry for my bad English. And it's just overall just less awkward. Like, I'm not freaking pretending I'm in the 90s trying to be cool with my letterboxing because, oh, it's all the rage to have widescreen even though it looks awkward as fuck. This isn't just the only game to do this either. That's the funny thing. I thought it was just Banjo Kazooie nuts and bolts, but then I looked at another game that I have. I opened up Blood Rain Betrayal originally to show off the fact that other games don't do this, only Banjo Kazooie. But then I noticed something that I didn't even realize at first. And I'll admit, I really enjoy this game. My friends will probably make fun of me once they see this, because I tend to push this in their faces a lot, try to get them to buy it. But it's a really good game. Right now, it's in normal mode. Like, you notice how there's black bars in the top and a little bit less in the bottom? I open up Blood Rain Betrayal to use as an example to show off the fact that Nuts and Bolts was the only game with this issue. Well, it turns out this game has the same issue. right now I have it in normal mode, by the way, and you can see that there's still black bars on top and a little bit on the bottom. And here's the game again in widescreen mode. Notice how just like in Nuts and Bolts, once I switch to widescreen mode, there's no black bars anymore. I don't know if this is just because of some random issue relating to the Microsoft updates or dashboard updates or whatnot, but I'm positive that this is just not just my TV, because when I opened up Sonic Adventure, I didn't have this issue. I have it in normal mode right now, and the resolution is fine. It's full screen, there's no black bars anywhere. Whereas, once I change it to widescreen mode, why? Why are there black bars on the sides? On the left and the right? Anyways, as you can see, it's clearly, regardless of how awkward that is, it's clearly different and built for full widescreen mode. I don't know, but regardless, my point was, the full screen mode was clearly made for full screen. I can't say the same about the widescreen mode, but there's a definite problem here. If you don't believe me, here, look at another example. Let me just get crushed. This is Halo 3 in full screen mode, and here's Halo 3 in widescreen mode. The point of this video was not to rant about the 360 hardware, the software of the firmware, or the game surrounding it. It was to warn you guys that you might want to check your display settings for individual games, meaning you might want to screw around with display settings before putting in your favorite game, because if I could make that text readable in Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts and make everything look so much better in both Nuts and Bolts and Bolivarian Rainbow Trail, who knows what else will look better in the setting you won't know about. Because, yeah. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching, taking the time to watch this. I'll see you guys later. Bye!
Which character?
Your mother.